Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for those new here, hi, my name's Jenny and I'm a first year family medicine resident. So I just finished up my dermatology rotation and there are so many different products that the dermatologist recommended, and I just wanted to sit down and share all those products with you guys. If you've watched my previous video from when I did dermatology in medical school, all of those things are still relevant. So I will link that in right here and in the description box down below. But today I wanted to focus on specifically over-the-counter products, things that you can buy on your own without going to see a doctor. The reason why I say that is because during my younger years, during high school, college, I did not have health insurance, and so I rarely, if ever, went to go see a doctor. Just because financially I did not have the money to see a doctor. You have to pay a copay, and after that, whatever the doctor does, you have to pay on top of that because insurance won't pay for it. And then secondly, I just didn't have the time. I had a very busy schedule. Doctor's offices were only open from like 8 to 9. Or not 8 to 9, excuse me. Doctor's offices are only open like 8 to 5. So it was really hard for me to like take off school, take off work to go to these things. And there's no use to going to the emergency department or urgent care just for, say, acne or things that are good for my hair. You know, there's no reason for that. So all that being said, without further ado, let's get started. So the one thing that dermatologists always recommend is sunblock. Sunblock, sunblock, sunblock. And the reason why is that the sun damages your skin. It can cause you to have skin cancer. So the people who have skin cancer later on are the people who were exposed to the sun more frequently in their younger years, or they did tanning beds and they didn't use sunblock. The proper way to actually use sunblock is to put it on every 2 hours, but who does that, right? So I found a solution for people who wear makeup and want to reapply sunblock on days that they're out, and that is to use a powdered sunblock. So I found this on Amazon. It was just the cheapest sunblock, and what I've learned in dermatology is that it doesn't matter what sunblock you buy. They all have the same, like if it says SPF 30, it's SPF 30. It's highly regulated now. So there's no like top brand, like this sunblock is better than this other sunblock. And the difference between 30% sunblock and 50% SPF, that's what I meant. So the difference between 30 and 50 SPF, it's like saying 95% coverage versus 98% coverage. So, I bought this. It's an SPF 30 Mineral Brush On Sun Defense Sunblock, and it's awesome because it comes with its own brush. I like to put it on my hand first to see if it comes out, and then just, especially on my forehead and on my nose, and just go over the rest of my face. It has a mattifying effect too. So I remember in my previous video, someone asked me how I reapply sunblock when I already have makeup on. So this now is the magic solution. So the next thing I want to talk about is acne. I am the worst at washing my makeup off at night because I work such long hours and I feel that I rub all my makeup off already anyways, that I end up falling asleep on the couch, and I'm very, very guilty of not having like a proper wash at the end of the day. One of the things that I try to do is just take one of my kids' baby wipes and just wiping off my makeup that way if I'm too exhausted and going to sleep. So a caution about that though is that there's cleaning agents in the baby wipes. So some people who have really sensitive skin can get redness and stuff when they use the baby wipe. And if that's the case, there's also baby wipes that are like 99.9% water. You can also find that on Amazon. So the next product that I want to talk about that's so exciting is this. It's called Differin Gel. It's compared to tretinoin or Retin-A. If any of you have been to a dermatologist, you probably were prescribed that, and it's really good at clearing up all the little bumps that you have, like little mild acne. I call them milia, but you have to use it for a long periods of time. Basically, it's a good maintenance wash, so you won't break out in new acne, and it helps control all the acne you have and get rid of it. The only thing I have to caution you guys about is that it's a vitamin A derivative, so that means that it's teratogenic, which also means that if you're pregnant or if you plan to get pregnant, you should not use this face wash. Do not use this because it causes birth defects. For moms who are breastfeeding at this time, it shows that very little is passed through the breast milk. There's no human studies on it, but it says that it's safe. So I'm near the end of my breastfeeding journey, so I'm really excited to start using this more. But I've seen it used on so many patients that I know it works. So excited that you can buy it over the counter now. And remember, just use it once a day because it can cause a lot of drying to the skin. And if your skin gets red and irritated, stop using it, go see your doctor. So this next product is actually inspired by Wyatt. He has the worst eczema, and it just makes me so sad when he has a huge flare and it gets super itchy, and I know he's irritated. The product that my dermatologist recommended for that is Vana Cream. It's just really good because it doesn't have any fragrances, no dyes, no parabens. Basically, it's just a good moisturizer, and it will prevent him from having those flares. So what I like to do is I use this every day during the day, because if you can see, it's not as like sticky. I don't know. It's not as slippery as, say, Vaseline or Aquaphor, and those are the things that we use for him at night. So during the day, throughout the day, I will use this just to moisturize the skin and to prevent it from being dry and itchy, and I especially use this if I wash his hands or give him a bath or anything like that. They also have other products. So Vana Cream is just the brand. They have lots of different other products like sunblock that doesn't smell like sunblock, so you can wear it really like high SPF, doesn't smell like anything, and so that's awesome. And they also have thicker creams that you can put on at night. The dermatologist recommended Vanek Cream, or the other one is Free and Clear. That's the brand, Free and Clear. So it doesn't have any fragrances and no parabens. So I've been trying to use that and Vaseline on Wyatt for his skin, and it seems to be really working, especially for his eczema. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is hair. You guys always ask me what kind of products I put on my hair because obviously it's super long, and actually some of you guys don't even know that it's this long because I always put it up in a bun. But nothing's really special. So I think a lot of people who come into the dermatologist worry that their hair is falling out, and they're like, oh my gosh, do I have hypothyroidism? Is something wrong inside? Why is my hair falling out? And most of the time it's because they have seborrhea. And what that means is basically the medical term for like dandruff, very dry, flaky skin. And that can cause your hair to fall out. So what I've been using is Head and Shoulders. Another one that the doctor recommended is Salsam Blue or Shampoos with tea tree oil. Like I think Paul Mitchell has one with tea tree oil in it. I think the mistake that most people make in using those products is that they don't leave it in long enough. So you have to leave the shampoo in for at least 5 to 10 minutes before it starts having like a good effect. I've been doing that, and I've definitely noticed that my hair has been getting thicker. I had trouble with hair fallout after I had my kid, not only because of hormones, but then I started getting the flakes and stuff. So slowly, I think my hair is getting a lot thicker. Yeah, so those are all the things that I wanted to share with you guys. So just remember, try to keep it simple. Don't try to incorporate too many different things into your routine, because as the dermatologist said, the more exposure you have, the more risk you have of getting a reaction, allergic reaction. Even wearing different lipsticks, you can get oral dermatitis, things like that. So I hope this video is helpful. I hope you guys enjoy any of the products. I'll link everything I talked about in the description down below. I also want to hear from you guys if you tried any of these products before, or what product are you most excited about. Until next time.
Walk. Walk. Yeah.